Right, okay, welcome back to the Wycombe Kids Rumor. This is episode number 8, and in today's episode we are going to be playing against Middlesbrough, Luton Town, and also QPR. So another three hard games realistically, with Middlesbrough coming in at 5th, Luton in 6th, and where are QPR in the table? QPR are... Okay, so QPR are 22nd, so at least we'll have that coming for us if we're struggling into the final game. Okay, so this is the team we're going to be running with. As you can see, we're having a couple fitness difficulties with constant games realistically now. We've got Frost, who's a little bit low on the side. Teran Mengi as well, definitely struggling, so at half time he's probably going to be coming off. But yeah, nothing happened off camera really in the lead up to this game, so I suppose let's get into the first game. Okay, so here we go, the first game of the episode, away versus Middlesbrough. Definitely not going to be easy. They are in 5th place, so definitely, one of the better teams so far. But, the last time we played one of the better teams, it was Millwall, I believe, who were in 9th, and we bet them 4-1, so hoping to see a similar type of performance. Here's Assombalonga. Assombalonga into Akpom. And well, within 5 minutes, Middlesbrough have themselves in a very early lead. That's a poor start from us. Not really got off to the races here. They've just piled on the pressure and they've broke through as simply as that. So hoping for a quick response, because that is a terrible start to this game. Here's Samuel now. Space to run, and he will run. And Samuel's in to level up the scoring, and does. A great run from him, created by Horgan with the simple pass into Samuel, and then he ran and his pace was just too much for the Middlesbrough defenders to deal with, and it gets past all of them, goes up the field and slots it home beautifully to level up the scoring. Samuel making the most of all of his limited opportunities really, with how good Aramide has been. He levels up the scoring. On Yedinma on the edge of the box. We'll cut it back to Jack Frost, and that could be a contender for the best goal we're going to score this season, and it's the academy boy Jack Frost to make it 2 quick fire goals for us and to make it 2-1 just like that. Onyedinma cut it back for him. He took 1 touch to get it out and 1 touch to put it into the top right corner. A beautiful finish from Jack Frost to give us the lead just like that. Here's Akpom. We'll go back to Spence, and he goes back to Saville. Wing, Akpom, it's 2-2. Another just quick fire goal from out of nowhere really to find Middlesbrough to be level now. It is non-stop scoring in this game. Struggling to defend against Middlesbrough really, they're just passing it around very easily and I'm not really able to get any men close to them. And it's just another simple finish for them to level it up. I need to see who it is actually, I think it was Akpom again. Yeah, Chuba Akpom makes it 2-2. Horgan comes inside and has Jack Frost on the edge of the box, but he drags his shot very wide on the stroke of half time. A good chance for us to take the lead there, but it's a poor finish from Jack Frost. And that is going to be half time. We come into it 2-2. They took the early lead, but we bounced back well, but then just seemed to fall asleep yet again as soon as they scored, because they found themselves level very, very quickly. And so in this second half, we're going to need to see more consistent performances really. But I think we're going to make some changes. We're going to bring on Patterson for. In fact, I might just keep Mengi on this game and then take him off for the next game, fully rest him. So I think for this game we're just going to bring on Patterson for Frost, because Frost is struggling. And so yeah, this is going to be our team for the second half. Freeman. With space on the edge of the box. Fires his shot just past the post. It's another good effort from us. Just another chance where we really probably should be doing better, but just unable to find the back of the net. But another decent shot from Freeman. Patterson cuts it back. Here's Onyedinma. but McNair stops him yet again, but it won't completely kill us this time because we have ourselves a corner now. So Horgan will put this into the box. I think it's just a bit too close to the keeper, it is. But it'll come out on the edge of the box to Patterson. And now Menge with the strike. But it again just goes over the bar, and we yet again are set to not, well, wait, not set to, we have not scored again. And are we going to rue these missed chances? Here's Samuel. Freeman. Onyedinma does. 15 minutes to play and we have the lead for Fred Onyedinma. Caught Middlesbrough out high up the field after they just pushed everyone forward really the second they won the ball. And quickly moving the ball forward, they weren't able to get back into shape and there was gaps for us to expose, and that is exactly what we did. Beautiful little pass from Samuel into Freeman, then Freeman into Onyedinma, and Onyedinma wasn't going to miss that one. We lead 3-2 with 15 minutes to go, and I'm not going to cut it just because there is going to be a couple subs now. I think now we might bring off Menge, because he is going to be really struggling, so we'll bring on Charles now, and we're going to bring on, let's bring on Adeniran as well for Freeman, just for those fresh legs through the middle yet again. So yeah, now with 15 minutes to go, hopefully now we're able to hold on to this lead. And we'll find Adeniran, who will go down the line for Horgan. Horgan goes back inside for Adeniran. Adeniran with a poor cross into the box. Gape though wins his header, and Adeniran with a good pass out wide again for Horgan. Horgan can play the ball inside for Adeniran, who can find Samuel, who almost wraps up the game. It's a good block from Howson. So now the ball will go out for a throw-in. Horgan, Samuel, Patterson seals the deal. 86th minute and we lead 4-2. We've had to work for these 3 points, but we have, and we've earned this win. A really good performance from us away on the road. Middlesbrough have pushed us to our limits, but we have beat them eventually. Samuel found Patterson, who off the bench gets the security goal, I should say. Just to secure the fact that we will be winning this game. A really good performance from us, a really good performance from Middlesbrough as well, but we just edged them. McNair goes out wide for Fletcher, but Grime will win his header. And Horgan just clears it up the field. And that is full time. An incredible victory for us. 4-2 away win against Middlesbrough. They took an early lead, but we did not give up. We took the lead, they equalised, but we continued to knock on their door. And eventually we broke through and got the win that I would say we definitely deserved. So definitely a massive 3 points right there. Okay, so ending that Middlesbrough game now, the games do not stop unfortunately with the Championship. We're going to be heading straight into our second game of the episode. This is going to be the team we're running with for away to Luton Town, which, you know, isn't going to be any easier. We find ourselves away again, like I just said, against 6th place this time. So, you know, they're on the same amount of points as Middlesbrough as well. So definitely going to be another hard one, but I know a game that I'm still confident in my boys for getting the 3 points for. In terms of where the table is, we still find ourselves in second now, but now officially second, going a point ahead of Derby. Still 9 points behind Watford though, who just seem to be going clear and seem to almost have this title wrapped up nice and early. In terms of the goals, Adam Ida found himself on 11 goals, still 5 goals behind Suarez, 2 behind Danjuma, and level with Wycombe. So hopefully now we can go out and get ourselves another 3 points and keep this good episode going. You know, Frost stays in the team, Adam Ida returns to the team, Stewart returns to the team, Thompson returns to the team, and McCarthy returns to the team. But apart from that, it is the same team as last time. So let's get into the game. Okay, so here we go, the start of the second game. Definitely going to be another hard game, but you know, a game we're definitely capable of winning still. Go forward into Gape. And Gape with a beautiful pass to Adam Ida. And there's only one thing that happens when you give him that much space inside the box. He will punish you. And Adam Ida gives us the lead. Right after, you know, we managed to, you know, there was a good start of that game really where it was all Luton Town. But we took control of the game since then. We got Adam Ida in that space, and there's only one result. Within 27 minutes, Adam Ida is back on the goals. O'Kane. The ball into Collins. Here's James Collins. It's a brilliant tackle from Ted Nmengi to keep us elite and ahead, sorry, I should say, coming into half time, and that is half time now. I really haven't had much to say really apart from our goal and that little chance there. It's just kind of been, well, as you'll see by the possession, I'll go and show you, it's just kind of been Luton Town passing the ball around. You know, there has been 5 shots, but you know, none really worthy to talk about really. But yeah, so honestly hoping for a more exciting second half, but you know, hoping to, you know, stay in the lead in the second half as well. Ida has McCarthy out wide, and will come to McCarthy, but his cross was poor, but it almost went in. I don't really know what happened there, but we almost scored from it. So Jack Frost can go out wide to Onyedinma. Here is Onyedinma, and he will cut it back for Jack Frost, and he will double our lead. 2 goals in 2 games for Jack Frost, in the right moment, in the right place at the right time. Yet again, he just loves to score for us. A beautiful run from Onyedinma to get to the byline and cut it back to Jack Frost, and he finishes it brilliantly. And just before this game kicks off again, I am going to make a couple changes now as well. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to drop Thompson. That is not Thompson, that is Horgan. We're going to be dropping Thompson into CDM, and we're going to bring on Adeniran. And I think we're also going to bring on Wheeler for Horgan as well, actually. And the other change that I'm going to make is, let's bring on Taza Foley, just, you know, because he's another player who really isn't getting played enough. So let's bring on him. So now, full 3 changes made, and us doubling our lead right there, hoping that we can see this game out. Ida has Onyedinma to go to, and now Onyedinma can get to the byline again, and we'll cut it back to Frost again, but this time we're unable to score from that same duo. But it is full time, and it's another 3 points on the road for us. Our unbelievable start to the season continuing into the middle now. Maybe it wasn't just a flash in the pan at the start, maybe we are looking to actually go for promotion this season. As you can see, like I said, there were 7 shots, but just not a lot happened really during the entire game, apart from the 2 goals and the highlight. So, you know, that game out of the way, and I suppose let's get into the final game / anything that happens before that. Okay, so right off the back of that Luton Town game, I came out to see that we have our monthly scouting report, our first monthly scouting reports of this entire career mode. So I felt this was probably a good time to put this in, you know, and see if we have gotten any good players. So let's have a look here. Thomas Decker looks 200k value, and I'll sign him, we'll see. I'm not really interested in him with potential max 85. Second one now, okay, Aidan McDonald. Looks like he could be good. Rory Hendry, nah. Oliver Inns, nah. Lucas Rankin looks very good. 5'7", left footed, 72 to 94 potential. Looks really good for a 15-year-old. That sounds a bit. Lance Chambers as the classic English player, really, potential of 71 and valued at 300k. Alright. No. Hugh Franklin, nah. Morgan Wells, no. And Toby Little, again, no. So now let me actually just go and check. Obviously I know it will update and stuff when we learn a bit more about him, but I actually do want to go and have a look at Aidan McDonald here. 49 overall, so definitely have to work on that. 74 to 94 potential. Looks like he'll be a really good player. Also Lucas Rankin as well. A right winger. Oh, hello. Now this does interest me. 15 years old, 58 rating already, 72 to 94 potential, left footed I should say, with being right winger. He is going to be a good player for us. Already going to start training him to be an inverted winger. So yeah, we're definitely going to get that training on him. So we'll see how he comes along, but good promising signs so far. We'll get his weak foot going up as well, so that'll be good. We also have Aidan McDonald as well. 5'6" centre mid CDM and Cam. Looks again to be a very decent player, so I'll probably train him to be a box to box since he's able to play in every single position. Maybe actually just balance would be the way with him. Playmaker could be good. A box to box. Because the one thing that I'm noticing about him is that although it says he can, the one thing that he's lacking on is, well, first of all, his work rates. Wow, I've just noticed that. Secondly, shooting and defending are both really bad, along with stamina. So I think it's probably worth just training for him to maybe be a playmaker, because playmaker, you know, ups his passing a lot, ups the weak foot, ups the composure. You know, he could just be a really good passer of the ball, I suppose. So yeah, I think let's do playmaker for Aidan McDonald. And there's other people. We've still got Victor Lindgren from the start. Don't really know how I feel about him. He just, you know, his potential seems to be flying down really. Justin Bailey, still just about good enough, I'd say. Still trying to turn 16 to promote him really, so I can give him game time, which will help him perform better, I should say. And so the other player was Thomas Decker, I suppose. Thomas Decker, 45 overall, 15 years old, 64 to 88 potential. Centre forward to striker are the positions for him. His shooting is awful, so that is going to have to be worked on if we want him to become any good. I think one thing I'm definitely going to want from him is to train him just to be a proper striker, not centre forward. So yeah, I think we'll train him to be a striker definitely. And so then when that's done, we'll start training him to be a proper striker. We'll get his shooting going up hopefully. So yeah. Now with all the youth out of the way, I suppose, I'm going to sim to the final game of the episode. Okay, so it turns out I'm not going to go because we've also just got a youth squad monthly report which should hopefully update some of the players' potentials to see how they are actually going to be. So having a look here, okay, so yeah, they've all definitely flew down here. Aidan McDonald, the playmaker, 68 to 88 potential. Lewis Rankin as well has gone down from 72 to 94 to 69 to 89. But I still have a lot of hope for him because he does look really good for 15. Especially, you know, with dynamic potential and stuff. You know, I cannot ever really tell if a player is going to be bad with dynamic potential. As long as I give him game time, he will develop into a good player. So Decker as well, 68 to 88. He still looks like he could be good. 3-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Again, the work rates are a bit iffy, but you know that can be worked on. Lewis Rankin, he has really good work rates as well. I'm now just looking as well. Attacking work rates high, defensive work rates low. So we'll definitely be there to help us get out of bad situations. Justin Bailey, still coming along well, 76 to 82. I think Lindgren I'm going to release. Yeah, we're going to release his contract because he's just, you know, his potential is just flying down really, and he's not going to get started over Travers anytime soon. Aidan McDonald, 68 to 88, has changed, but you know, still hopes for him, I suppose. But anyways, yeah, now I will continue to simulate, and we'll see at the game, / if anything happens. Okay, so now we are coming into the final game of the episode, the third away game in a row, so hopefully some home games in the next episode. But yeah, we find ourselves coming up against 22nd place QPR, so definitely going to be the favourites coming into this one. But you know, the last time we were the favourites coming into the final game of an episode, it was last episode, and it was a 0-0 boring draw. So yeah, I'm not really going to talk too much more, so let's get into the game. Okay, so here we go, the final game of the episode, away versus Queen's Park Rangers. So, you know, like I said, every game in the Championship is not an easy game, so, you know, definitely still going to have to play at our best, but if we do play at our best, I would fancy us to go out and get 3 points here. I don't know. wins it back off the QPR defender. Here's Aramida, and he's been tripped, and the referee is going to give a penalty here. I'm going to be honest, I'm not too sure. He might have just missed the ball, but from the looks of things, in my eyes at least, he definitely seemed to have got the ball, but you know, apparently I'm wrong here. It will be a penalty. Who is going to step up to it for us? Let's go with Aramida. He won the penalty, so he will take it. Just going to put it into the right side here. It's Aramida, and he scores it brilliantly. 14 minutes in, and Aramida gives us the lead. Another goal for him. Just can't seem to stop scoring when he starts. And 15 minutes in, and he gives us the lead from the spot. Like I said, I'm not completely sure it was a penalty. It didn't really seem like there was much in it. But you know, I'm not going to complain about it. It's a good penalty from Aramida as well. And so we have the lead. Okay, so in the 36th minute now, QPR have a free kick 32 yards out. Step over it. And now goes short for Dykes with the strike. And that is heading into the net if it wasn't for Travers. That is an excellent save from him. It's an unbelievable strike from Lyndon Dykes. But it's matched by the save of Travers. That is unbelievable. Cameron now will put in the corner, but Horgan will clear it away, so that attack does come to an end. And that is going to be half time. The only difference so far between the teams is the early penalty that we were given. Apart from that, it's kind of just been, again, QPR passing the ball around and us defending well. Something that honestly I kind of want to change about the way we play, because you know, I like to have possession of the ball, and I'm finding myself, you know, just really lacking on it a lot in a lot of these games. See, 35% of the ball, you know, they've played a lot of the game in the middle of the park, or in our half really. And so we need to try and definitely change that, and maybe get hold of the ball a lot more. And maybe it's I'm just not aggressive enough when it comes to pressing these teams, or, you know, I don't know what it is, but whatever it is that I'm doing, it seems to be working with our league position, so maybe I shouldn't be changing it, but you know, honestly, I feel we'd be doing even better if I had the ball more. Thompson, Ida, it's Aramida, he's hit the post. Beautifully worked play from us, but it'll go out for a corner as well here, so a poor touch on the QPR defender. Jack Frost will put the ball into the box, and Horgan came flying in, but it's again won by the QPR defender, so we have ourselves another corner which Jack Frost will put in this time, but it's too close to the keeper, so that chance, yeah, again, no goal from it from us. Okay, so with 20 minutes to play now, we're going to be making all three changes yet again. We're going to bring on Samuel for that extra bit of pace, we're going to be bringing on Patterson as well, and I think the final change probably going to be, let's bring on Jacobson for Leif Davis, because he is struggling now for fitness a little bit. We're definitely seeing some improvement from Leif Davis now that we're playing him more. If there was one thing that I had to make better about him, it'd definitely be these stats. As you can see, just nothing over even you know, the highest stat here is 62. You know, his passing is just, it's awful. I'm just gonna, it's very bad. A lot of times he messes up simple passes, but anyways, 20 minutes to go now. Hopefully we're able to just hold on to this lead. Onyedinma, Patterson, Thompson backing into his man and gets the space. It somehow misses. Could have wrapped it up there and then. Thompson, but I think that's that probably is my fault, honestly. I think I just put too much power on it, so it goes flying over the bar. And so now with 15 minutes to go, we still only find ourselves one goal ahead, and it really should be more. Patterson, Samuel, Horgan. It's another really good chance for us, but it's matched again by QPR. And yet again, we still only find ourselves a goal up. Horgan will put this cross into the box. It's in for Samuel, but Barbet wins the header, and so that attack now does come to an end. Thompson will just drill it into Horgan, and Horgan can play in Samuel, and Samuel can seal the deal, and well, 92nd minute, And Alex Samuel off the bench yet again makes an impact, and he will win us the game, seals the deal like I said. Great run through the middle from him, and with those fresh legs he was not going to be caught. And honestly, the finish could have been better realistically. Out of all the chances that QPR have been let off by, that's probably one that you would expect the keeper to maybe save. Almost just seemed to put his arms under it, but you know, for the first time in a while, it might not actually be, it might not be. But anyways, it's going to be 3 wins out of 3 for this episode, and that is full time right there. Another massive 3 points on the road for us. Yes, okay, QPR are 22nd, but these are the games where you need to work for it. Yet again, we were having to work. But as you can see, we came out, you know, they dominated on the ball, yes, but 2 shots to our 7. It probably should have been more than 2-0 realistically. We just couldn't punish them when it mattered. Well, no, we did punish them when it mattered, I suppose. We just couldn't punish them when it didn't matter, really. But anyways, we win 2-0 against QPR. Okay, and so with the end of that game also comes the end of this episode. 21 games into this season, and we find ourselves on 43 points, so it's really an exceptional start to this season, especially when we were one of the teams probably, you know, known to be getting relegated, really. So in terms of the goal scorers, Armada 3 goals behind Luis Suarez, slowly but surely getting himself up there. I do actually want to see if there is anyone else on that list. Of course, you had Jack Frost with 8 goals in 21 games. Anyone else for us? No one else really. In terms of the assists though, see, that's where we find ourselves high up in the team. Onyedinma with 7, Ida with 6, Freeman with 5, Horgan with 4. Anyone else? No one else up there. In terms of clean sheets, we find ourselves joint first with Davies. 9 clean sheets out of 19 games for Travers, so you know, good for him. In terms of the yellow cards, do we find ourselves up here? No, and obviously we won't find ourselves on the red cards. So yeah, definitely a really good start of the season from us. You know, if we can finish second, then that will just be extraordinary, and we'll find ourselves probably a bit out of our depth really in the Premier League. But you know, you just never know really. We could end up finishing 10th. You know, who knows with the Championship. But anyways, so if you have enjoyed the video, then leave a like. Check the description as well for my Twitch name. I should be streaming this weekend. Should be. I said that about last weekend as well. Didn't. So you know, I might stream, I suppose is what I should be saying. But anyways, yeah, that is going to be the end of the video. So goodbye.